Now, let's dive into what this powerful weekend is bringing forward. There's a convergence occurring during this specific weekend where multiple forces that have been working in your favor are simultaneously reaching completion. The vision you've held, the outcome you've been building toward, the fairness you've been demanding, the alignment you've been cultivating, all of it crystallizing, all of it manifesting, all of it arriving in forms so tangible you can touch them. Not someday, not eventually, now, this weekend. During these particular days when everything you've invested finally pays visible dividends, and the emotional response, overwhelming. The kind of relief that brings tears, the kind of validation that makes you laugh and cry simultaneously, the kind of victory that feels both surprising and inevitable. Like, yes, of course, this is happening because you earned it. And also, how is this actually happening? Because you'd almost stop believing it would. In the sacred mathematics of effort meeting reward, where persistence transforms into tangible results, you're standing at exactly that threshold moment where what you've been working towards stops being potential and becomes actual, where invisible labor produces visible fruit, where faith gets confirmed through material evidence, where hoping converts into having. Let me illuminate what's materializing during this remarkable weekend in the anatomy of dreams becoming reality. There's always preparatory phase followed by actualization phase. Long period of building, planting, tending, believing, continuing despite lack of immediate proof. Then suddenly the waiting ends. Preparation converts to realization. Invisible becomes undeniable. Dream steps out of imagination into concrete existence. It's highly probable you're transitioning from preparation to actualization right now. This weekend specifically, what you've been cultivating is ready to harvest. What you've been constructing is ready to inhabit. What you've been pursuing is ready to be caught. The timing isn't random. It's the natural culmination of process that's been developing precisely toward this moment. Examine what you've been dedicating energy toward consistently, what goal you've refused to abandon, what vision you've maintained despite obstacles, what hope you've protected even when others questioned it. That specific thing, that's what's manifesting. That's what's arriving during this weekend in forms you can verify. Some dreams manifesting are professional, career goal you've been chasing finally achieved, position you've wanted finally offered, recognition you've deserved finally delivered, project you've developed finally launching successfully, business you've built finally reaching sustainability, financial target you've aimed for finally hit. You might experience exactly that kind of professional breakthrough this weekend. Email arriving Saturday morning with offer you've been hoping for. Phone call Sunday afternoon with news that changes your trajectory. Notification coming through that validates years of effort. Confirmation landing that proves your persistence mattered. Others are relational. Partnership you've envisioned finally forming. Connection you've desired finally deepening. Reconciliation you've wanted finally occurring. Person you've been patient with finally showing up differently. Relationship dynamic you've been working toward finally establishing. Love you've been calling in finally arriving in human form. Watch your communication channels throughout Saturday and Sunday. Messages, calls, in-person encounters, someone reaching out, someone showing up, someone saying words you've needed to hear, someone demonstrating through behavior what they haven't articulated verbally. Relational dreams often actualize through unexpected conversations during ordinary moments. This reflection invites you to consider Which dream feels closest to manifestation in your current experience? Let me clarify. What justice is served specifically indicates about resolution. Justice suggests something that was imbalanced is correcting, something unfair is being addressed, something you deserved but weren't receiving is finally being granted. Scales that were tipped against you are rebalancing, truth that was obscured is being revealed, wrong that was done to you is being acknowledged or rectified. In the deep satisfaction of fairness finally prevailing, there's particular quality of relief. Not just getting what you want, getting what you're owed, what you earned, what should have been yours already but was withheld or denied or stolen. When justice arrives, it validates not just your desire but your rightness, your worthiness, your accurate assessment that yes, you were being treated unfairly and no, you weren't imagining it. It's essential you understand this weekend might bring resolution to situation where you've been undervalued, underpaid, overlooked, dismissed, treated as less than you are. And the justice isn't just correction happening, it's correction being witnessed, being acknowledged, being made right in ways that restore your dignity alongside your circumstances. Some justice involves professional recognition. You've been doing excellent work without appropriate compensation or acknowledgement. You've been carrying responsibilities without matching title or pay. You've been generating value that others took credit for. This weekend might bring correction, raise, promotion, public acknowledgement, credit properly assigned, power restored. Others involve relational vindication. Someone who wronged you facing consequences, someone who doubted you witnessing your success, someone who dismissed you recognizing their error, someone who hurt you experiencing their own reckoning. You don't need to participate in their consequence, but knowing balance is restoring might bring closure you didn't know you needed. Still others involve personal validation. You made choice, others criticized. You took path, others questioned. You believed something, others mocked. This weekend might bring proof you were right. Evidence your instincts were accurate. Results that validate your decisions. Demonstration that trusting yourself despite opposition was wisdom, not foolishness. This reflection invites you to consider what injustice or imbalance are you most hoping gets resolved. Let me address what tears of joy specifically reveals about emotional impact. Tears of joy are distinct from other emotional tears. They're release, relief, overwhelming gratitude, disbelief transforming into belief, hope that was afraid to fully hope, suddenly validated. The body processing good news so big that containing it isn't possible, emotions spilling out through water because words and thoughts aren't sufficient containers. In the physiology of crying from happiness, your nervous system is recalibrating, releasing accumulated tension from not knowing if the good thing would happen, letting go of bracing against disappointment, allowing yourself to fully feel safe celebrating because the thing is real now, no longer protecting against loss of something that might not arrive, actually having what you wanted and processing the enormity of that fact. It's important you give yourself complete permission to cry if tears come this weekend. Happy tears, relieved tears, grateful tears, tears that express what language can't. Don't minimize the emotion. Don't apologize for crying. Don't try to compose yourself prematurely. Let the tears flow. Let the release happen. Let your body process joy the way it needs to. Some people are uncomfortable with intense positive emotion. They're more practiced at managing difficulty than celebrating victory. When really good things happen, they don't know how to be with that much happiness. They shut down. They intellectualize. They immediately start worrying about what comes next. They can't just be present with overwhelming good. You might need to consciously practice being with joy this weekend, staying in your body, feeling the feelings, crying the tears, laughing the laughter, sharing the excitement, calling people to celebrate, letting yourself be completely present with happiness instead of immediately moving past it or minimizing it or contaminating it with fear. And tears of joy often come with recognition, not just celebrating outcome, honoring journey, acknowledging how hard you worked, how much you sacrificed, how many times you almost quit but didn't, how much faith you maintained when evidence was thin. The tears honor all of it, the struggle that led here, the becoming that created conditions for this arrival. This reflection invites you to consider, when was last time you cried from pure happiness? Let me speak to what It's Happening emphasizes about present tense reality. Happening means active, current, not approaching, not about to begin, already in motion, already unfolding, already transitioning from potential into actual. By time you're reading these words, the manifestation process has likely already begun. First dominoes already falling, first evidence already appearing, first signs already visible if you're paying attention. In the immediacy of manifestation occurring now, you might already be witnessing early indicators, small confirmations, preliminary conversations, initial offers, opening gestures, things that seem minor but are actually beginning of major shift. Your job is recognizing beginning for what it is rather than dismissing it as insignificant. It's critical you stay alert throughout this entire weekend. Friday evening through Sunday night, any moment could be the moment. Any communication could be the communication. Any encounter could be the encounter that delivers what you've been building toward. Don't zone out, don't numb, don't distract excessively. Stay present, stay aware, stay available for good arriving. Some manifestations happen through technology. Email landing, text arriving, social media notification appearing, phone ringing, video call connecting, digital channels delivering news or invitations or confirmations that change everything. Keep your devices accessible but not obsessively checked, available but not anxious. Others happen through in-person encounter, running into someone unexpectedly, planned meeting taking unexpected turn, casual conversation revealing significant information, being in right place at right time. Physical proximity creating opportunity that distance prevents. If you have weekend plans, maintain them. Don't isolate. Be where people are. Still others happen internally. Realization arriving, clarity emerging, decision crystallizing, internal shift that precedes external change. Sometimes the happening is consciousness transformation that then creates circumstance transformation. The dream coming true starts with you finally believing it can. This reflection invites you to consider, what would be first sign you'd notice that your dream is actualizing? Let me reveal what you should do when manifestation arrives. First, receive it completely. Don't minimize. Don't question. Don't immediately start analyzing how it could go wrong. Just receive. Say yes. Accept what's being offered. Take what's being given. Believe what's being confirmed. Let the good land without blocking it with doubt or unworthiness or suspicion. In the critical moment of receiving what you've asked for, your response matters enormously. Gracious acceptance allows manifestation to stabilize. Doubtful resistance can actually destabilize what's trying to establish. When dream arrives, your job is welcoming it, making space for it, treating it as real and valid and yours. It's essential you express gratitude immediately. to universe, to people who helped, to yourself for not giving up, to whatever you believe orchestrates timing and opportunity. Gratitude amplifies blessing, acknowledges the gift, creates energetic cycle that attracts more good. Don't wait days to appreciate what arrives. Appreciate instantly. Second, share appropriately. Call people who've been supporting you. Tell those who've been believing with you. Let your community celebrate with you. Joy multiplies when shared. Victory becomes more real when witnessed. You don't have to broadcast to everyone, but sharing with your people amplifies happiness and creates accountability for honoring what you've received. Third, take any required action promptly. If offer needs acceptance, accept it. If invitation needs response, respond. If opportunity has window, move while window is open. Don't let manifestation slip away because you froze or overthought or waited too long. Strike while iron is hot. Act while momentum is present. This reflection invites you to consider who would be first person you'd tell if your dream came true this weekend. Let me close by speaking to what this weekend truly represents. This isn't just random good fortune. This is harvest. This is return on investment. This is natural consequence of your choices and your character and your commitment. The dream coming true validates not just your wanting, but your working. The justice being served confirms not just your desire for fairness, but your active pursuit of it. May you receive with open arms. May you celebrate without restraint. May you trust you deserve this. Dream is manifesting. Justice is balancing. Joy is overflowing this weekend. Tears of joy, emotional overwhelm from good arriving. Your dream is coming true. Vision you've held is actualizing. Justice is served. Imbalance is correcting. It's happening. Manifestation is active right now. February 2026 weekend. These specific days hold concentrated potential for breakthrough you've been building toward. And your work is presence. Complete presence for good unfolding. Complete openness to receiving. Complete willingness to believe it's real when it arrives. Complete permission to feel overwhelming happiness without immediately contaminating it with fear or doubt or